And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Memories.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing, buddy?
Hanging in there. Got, like I told you before we went on, kept up all night because of an earache. I can't remember the last time I've had an earache, and but man, just crazy out of nowhere. And man, it was in full force at about 2:00 this morning. So tons of fun. Must be the weather coming in, right?
Yeah. I don't like ear problems. I don't know if I told you or not, but I back in the 90s, my cousin and I were like water skiing and tubing on one of the lakes over here, and I flew off and hit the water, and first thing that hit the water was the side of my head, and I busted my eardrum.
Ooh.
So that was no fun. You know how it is, like when you get water in your ear.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I figured that's all it was. Well, later that night, I started getting a headache.
What I got right now.
Right. And I woke up next morning, I had vertigo. I mean, I couldn't even walk, and I had infection and blood coming out of me. So, this is not good. So, I had to go to the ER. Had to get my dad. Had to call him to come get me because I couldn't even, But had to wait in there for 3 hours because it wasn't life-threatening. And you get in there, the first thing it is stick that probe in my ears. Yeah, you lost about 20% of your eardrum. Oh, thanks. So, I mean, it healed all right. And he said it's better, like when you have a traumatic injury to your ear than like if you had some kind of sickness where it caused your hearing to go bad.
Yeah.
So it healed back. But like if somebody's on this side of me and talking and there's background noise, forget it. I'm at a loss.
I hear you. Yeah, that's exactly what you described. It feels like there's water in my ear. So it's like, feel like half my head's in a fish bowl,
Right. No fun.
So, tons of fun. Tons of fun. And of course this morning with the pending snowstorm that's coming in today, the old shoulders are letting me know with the arthritis saying, oh yeah, we got some weather coming, old man. Get ready. So.
But hey, we got comic books, right?
That's right. Doggone it. And looking forward to this. So forget the ailments. Let's get on with the fastest 2 hours in comics, right?
Right.
All right. What do you say? Let's bring in the peanut gallery.
Let's do it.
Okay. And good morning to the Peanut Gallery. Great to have you guys with us once again.
Absolutely.
And we really thank you for being here because this is our anniversary show. This is our 1 year anniversary. Can you believe it? We've been on here. You guys have been putting up with us every Saturday morning for a year now.
You guys are absolute troopers. I'll give you that. Absolutely. But we appreciate you more than you know.
That's it. Exactly. So, all right, let's see what we got. We're starting right off with Easy Comic Reader, and he says, good morning to everybody. Peace, as requested by Michael Taylor and approved by Dr. Von Chiller, to the tune of Donna by Richie Valens. We've got Oh Pauline. Ready? Here we go. Oh, Pauline, oh, Pauline, oh, Pauline, oh, Pauline. We know a girl, Pauline is her name. Since she joined the stream, we've never been the same, 'cause we love that girl. Pauline, where can you be? Oh, where can you be? There we go. That's it.
Best rendition I've heard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you got a busted eardrum. So,
Boy, we're starting early this morning, aren't we?
all right, here we go. Let's see who else is in there.
Okay, we got Maranya, Lady M. I had to find the source and had to find the source and listen to it. ECR, you've created another masterpiece. You know, as I was reading that, I thought she was going to say you've created another monster. Okay.
No, it certainly was another masterpiece, and we thank Easy Comic Reader for his musical comic stylings. That's a classic. That'll go on the album, you know.
Exactly.
The K-Tell or Don't Tell records.
Don't tell.
Don't Tell records. But no, thank you once again, Easy Comic Reader. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's a blast. Awesome work. Awesome work once again, sir. And Easy Comic Reader says good morning to Maranya, and thank you.
And Gratu's in the house.
Hey, Gratu.
Gratu. Hello.
All the way from rural Retreat, Virginia, and the Hotel Orloff.
Right. The International House of Pancakes.
Great to have you with us, Gratu. Thanks for hanging out with us. And Maranya says hello to Gratu.
And Ranger Sly is in the house, our neighbor to the north. Hello, Ranger.
Hey, Ranger. Great to have you with us once again, sir.
And he says good morning, everyone.
All righty. And Lady M says good morning to you, Ranger.
And Ranger says, great job on the song, Easy. Absolutely.
Unbelievable, man. Every week he comes up with a winner. A top 10 hit with a bullet. Easy Comic Reader says, appreciate it, Ranger Sly.
And Dr. Von Chilla's in the house.
Hey! Great to have you with us, John.
Good morning, John. Howdy, y'all. I'm early today, but it's only because I've been up since 3 a.m. thanks to, you guessed it, Pauline.
Oh, keeping him busy, keeping him on his toes. Great to have you with us, John. Thanks for hanging out with us again, sir. And Dr. Von Chilla continues as he says, Easy Comic Reader, sincere thanks for including Pauline in your musical intro to the show. Can't wait to hear Shannon and or Rod reading of it. Well, now you've been put through the test, so I bet you're regretting that, right?
And Ron says, Pauline knew she had her own song, John, and wanted to make sure you heard it.
There you go. She's going to be up there ready to go. Easy Comic Reader says, you're welcome, Dr. Von Chilla, with a big fist bump right there.
Rob Brown, hey, and I'm 10 minutes early. Good morning, Rob.
Hey, Rob, great to have you with us, sir.
The Ripster is in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he says, good morning to Rod Shannon and all you wonderful nuts out there. Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, sir. And Ronnie says, good morning to you, Rob.
And Rob says, good morning to Lady M.
And Ronnie says, to the tune of She Works Hard for Her Money by Donna Summer. Pauline works hard for the tuna. So hard for it, honey. She works hard for the tuna, so you better treat her right. I did know that one.
Oh, awesome. Another one.
Play that in a band, so yeah, that one was easy.
There you go. Great job, Maranya. Great job. I love it. Man, 2 Pauline hits today. Awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to release those as singles.
She's going to have her own show for too long. Great job. Easy Comic Reader says, in my best Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant voice, Rob Brown out of town. Woo! Have mercy. You got to do the whole gimmick. You got to do the whole gimmick.
Jimmy Daddy. And Cheap Comic Collectors here. Triple C, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Triple C. Great to have you with us once again on a Saturday. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Always. It's a good morning, everybody.
And Maranya says good morning to Triple C.
And ECR says Triple C and giving a fist bump.
And Triple C says, easy comic reader. I got your A-OK yesterday. Thank you very much. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Absolutely, man. This community just continues to impress me.
Every time. A lot of great folks out there. And Dr. Von, go right ahead.
Dr. Von Chill says Triple C's in the house. Everything is under control now. Yeah, I don't know what stream he's watching, but there's nothing in control on this show.
Never has been, never will be. The way we go. Let's see. Hippies Collectibles. Tom, you're in the house. Great to have you with us, sir.
Hey, Tom. Glad to have you, buddy.
He says, greetings, people of Earth.
And Fireball Comics in the house. Greetings, everyone. Good morning, sir. Glad to have you.
Good morning, Fireball. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. Appreciate it, sir. And Michael Taylor says, good morning to ECR. Great to have you with us, Michael, as always.
And Marani says, so to get the important stuff out of the way, John, what is the Pauline report for today?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Maranya says, greetings, hippies, Fireball, and Michael.
And Hippie says, LOL, excellent song parodies.
Best way to start off your Saturday, right? Listening to a couple of old fossils here do renditions. Dr. Vangela says, howdy, Tom. Happy New Year, old buddy, he says.
And Hippie Grateful says, hey, Lady M.
And Michael Taylor says, good morning to Maranya.
And Hippie says, how you, John? Same to you and Pauline.
Awesome. And Dr. Vangela says, Fireball lives.
Hey, if he said it, it must be true.
It must be true.
And Michael Taylor saying, good morning to Gratu.
Easy Comic Reader saying, you're welcome, Triple C. Peace.
And Michael Taylor says, good morning, Ranger Sly.
And Michael Taylor also says, good morning to Dr. Von Chilla.
And Michael Taylor says, good morning to Rob.
And Beckerman is in the house. Good morning, Mr. Beckerman. Great to have you with us, sir.
Good morning, sir. Always glad to see you.
And we also want to hear about the Cat Murdoch report as well. So looking forward to that.
And Hippie Collectible saying, howdy, howdy, howdy.
And Rob Brown says, Beckerman, I gotta ask, do you really have a third nipple? If you are,
I've been hearing a lot about that lately.
If you are a fan of Higgy Pop Comics, man, and you watch his videos, you know what this is about.
Yeah, I don't know about that third nipple thing, but I have heard about the glue.
The glue. We don't talk about the glue. Dr. Von Chilla. Michael Taylor he says, what's up, bud? Happy New Year.
And Michael Taylor says, good morning, Triple C.
And Lady M says, good morning to Beckerman. How are you? And what's the all-important Cat Murdoch report? Dun, dun, dun.
And Ranger Sly is saying hi to Michael Taylor.
Beckerman says, I do not. I'm not sure where Higgy is getting this info.
And Rob Brown says, ooh, Black Lightning, one of my faves.
Yes, we got Black Lightning on the title card this morning.
And Phantom too, man. Two of my favorites, actually.
Yeah, I almost pulled the trigger this past week on a new Phantom figure that came out. Well, it's new to me, and it was part of the Defenders of the Earth series. Because they had a Flash Gordon one and they had a Phantom one. I wanted that Phantom one, but they wanted like $35 for it, and I'm like, ooh.
Not this week.
It's tough, man. You're making those choices. Comics, toys, you know. Michael Taylor says, good morning, hippie.
And Charles Martin's in the house. Welcome, sir.
Great to have you with us, Charles. Thank you.
And he says, good morning to all.
Hippies Collectible says, hi, Michael.
And Ron says, wow, I haven't seen Rod and Shannon on a Saturday since last year. Is it too early for that kind of humor? Or not?
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. 1 year anniversary today. Great, great. Can't believe we've been doing this for a year, my friend, man.
Wow. Crazy.
It doesn't seem like it's been a year. It really doesn't.
Nope.
Go right ahead.
And Jackson Roykirk is in the house. Welcome, sir.
I love it. Earache my eye. Yeah. Earache. I love it. Oh, man. Jackson, thanks for hanging out with us again today. As always, sir, we greatly appreciate you. Thank you for spending your Saturday morning with us.
And Rob Brown is giving an LOL to Beckerman.
Michael Taylor says, good morning to Beckerman.
And Beckerman says, hey, Maranya, Mr. Murdoch is chilling on the
wait
couch.
a minute. Wait. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we've got to hold on here because if I'm not mistaken, I think I have a little something here. There we go. There we go. I put that together this week. Been working on it. It's not quite finished. I got to fix a few things on it, but now, and then of course I lost my thing. Here we go. Let's see. Right here. Here you go, buddy.
And Beckerman says, hey, Maranya, Mr. Murdoch is chilling on the couch. He got busted trying to eat a banana out of the fruit bowl.
Oh, that's it.
In kitty jail now.
And Maranya says, good morning, Charles. And a good golly, Miss Molly Jackson is here.
And Paul S. is in the house. Good morning, sir.
Paul, great to have you with us once again. Thank you for spending your Saturday with us.
And he says, good morning to the best comic book show on Saturday morning. That's high praise, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. We really appreciate it. Thank you. And the professor. Now it's a party. The professor, Eric Breen, is here. Sorry to hear about your ear, Rod. But look at the bright side. If Jackson were on camera, you'd have an eye ache too. Right out of the gate. Right out of the gate.
Yeah, good stuff. Welcome, Eric.
Yeah, it's great to have you with us, Eric. Thank you so much, sir.
And Michael Taylor said good morning to Jackson.
And Hippies Collectibles saying hi, Jackson.
And Tempest from Mars is in the house. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for hanging out with us this afternoon over there.
Absolutely. Afternoon, all, he says.
Cool beans. Michael Taylor says good morning to Eric.
And Dr. Voncello says, I had earaches often when I was a child. I've been okay for 50 years, but I will never forget those agonies. No, they are no fun.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it kept me up all night from about 2 o'clock on. It would be like, no matter what position I was in, it just ached. And it was just, I took some extra strength Tylenol, but it barely dented it, Yay. Eric Breen says good morning to Michael.
And the Jackson Roykirk says, I'm here despite my nemesis, Eric Breen, being here.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at where the bar is on where the chat is. There is a ton of chatting going on. Beckerman says good morning to Michael.
And Eric Breen saying, hi, pal.
Jackson Roykirk says, buddy.
And Maranya says, good morning, Paul, Tempest, and Eric.
And Paul S. says, good morning to Maranya. What's for breakfast this morning? Yes, because I just heard recently that Maranya changed it up from cheesy grits.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Michael Taylor says, good morning, Doc and Shannon. Good morning, sir. Always happy to have you.
Good morning, Michael. Great to have you with us once again, sir. Hippies Collectible says, oh, yeah, gonna get something here today. Cold, gloomy, and all around black. Yeah, we've got 6 to 12 coming our way. 6 to 12 inches of snow over the next 24 hours. Yay.
And Ron says, Beckerman, bananas are not bad for cats, but just in limited amounts because of the high sugar content.
Oh, I did not know that.
She's our resident dietitian now.
Oh, cool. Wow. I did not know that. I've never tried to feed bananas to our cats, but because they're kind of fussy. They get their little special treats and, stuff like that. But bananas, I'm going to see if they'll try and eat a banana. We'll see. Tempest from Mars says, hello, Maranya.
And Ippy's Collectibles, happy anniversary. And they said it wouldn't last.
Thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate it, man.
Tom. Yeah, there were times when we wondered if it would last.
Absolutely. And Rob Brown says, we appreciate you and Rod too, Shannon. There you go. Thank you very much, Rob.
Sir.
Appreciate that.
And Ronnie says, we're supposed to get snow here too. Bye.
I know. I just really hate winter. Once you get past Christmas, and it seems like the spirit leaves, Christmas spirit leaves, and then it's just gray for the next 2 months, and hopefully you have an early spring in March.
Yeah.
So, all right. Eric Breen says, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, happy anniversary. My favorite one from the Flintstones.
Oh, love it.
And Beckerman says, Maranya, he is obsessed with them. He gets small amounts of them, but it isn't enough, I guess.
He's bananas for bananas. Eric Breen says, and now we all have earaches. Well, I'm sorry about that, my friend.
We aims to please.
You didn't really mean to do that.
And Jackson Roykirk says, how has been 1 year? Felt like it's been a decade. Well, I'm sure it has for some people. But why do you keep tuning in? It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. Things that make you go, He's a comic reader. He's clapping with the hot rod with a fist bump, he says. Thank you, sir.
And marmalade, yeah. Lady Ronnie says, he sounds like marmalade of coal and marmalade and whipped cream.
Oh, it's rough. I'm telling you, it's rough.
It is. No respect.
Ippy's Collectible says, very good, Ron. I feel like I'm watching American Bandstand. Oh, God bless you, Ippy. It'd be more like America Can't Stand. Can't stand my singing. Ba-dum-bum.
And Paul S. says, doggone spell corrector.
Yeah, doggone spell corrector. I hear what you're saying. Michael Taylor says, I'm supposed to get snow this weekend here in New York City. Hopefully you don't get too much. I just adds such a pain to everyday life.
I don't envy you guys, but the bad thing about being in Kentucky is we're kind of in the middle. So we get the rain and the snow, and usually it turns to ice. And me having to drive an hour to work, I am not a fan, man. So there's been times I've had to call in just because I couldn't get out of the driveway from like doing this number,
Oh, yeah. I got you. No, I don't mind the rain. We live like 20 minutes from the seacoast, right, from the beaches. And it's like when this El Nino thing comes through, most of the time we don't get snow or ice. We'll get rain. Which is great because I don't have to shovel rain,
There you go.
So, yeah, I'm loving that. But every once in a while, when it comes up the other way, like this storm is doing, comes up from the south and we're gonna get hit with the hardest part of the snow. Usually the ski slopes and stuff like that in the mid to upper part of the state get it hard. This time we're gonna get hit hard. I guess we got to take our share. So. All right, there you go.
And Tempest and Mars says, happy anniversary. Thank you, kind sir. We appreciate you tuning in.
Yes, thank you very much for that, sir. Appreciate it. Mark Taylor says, good job as usual, ECR, without a doubt. Creative genius.
And ECR saying thanks to Michael.
Here we go. Hold on. We're going to Dun, dun, dun. Where are we? Right here. All righty.
Dr. Von Schell says, Pauline report. She loved ECR's song and Rodney's reading. She's sitting on the radiator right now, waiting for the first snowstorm of her life. She's going to become an official Pennsylvanian today.
It's a rite of passage, right?
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you very much, John, for that Pauline report, sir. And we've got Mr. Beckerman saying, good to be here, Dr. Von Chilla.
And Rob Brown says, ugh, I need a Waffle House breakfast. And looks around. Man, that sounded good. Why did you even have to mention Waffle House? Man, I love that place.
Uh-oh. Michael Taylor says, hope you're feeling better real soon, Doc. Thank you very much, sir. Greatly appreciate that, Michael. I'm sure this too shall pass.
And Rob Brown is laughing out loud at Easy.
Dr. Von Chilla says, with all this attention, Pauline's head is getting big. I sing little tunes to her all the time, so she's coming to expect it. Laughing out loud. Oh, that's funny. I love the look they give you when they're like confused and like a dog when it kind of tilt the head and stuff. It's just like, oh, you're so cute.
And Michael tells Shannon, that's crazy about your eardrum still bothers you to this day. Well, like I say, it's it healed up, and the only thing that bothers me is not being able to hear everything that I want to hear from that side. So of course I'm sure that probably 45 years of playing loud music and listening to loud music didn't help. So there's that.
Yeah, well, we all got those issues, right? Oh my gosh. Graphic Man is with us. Micah, hey, great to have you with us, sir.
Morning, Micah. Glad to have you, sir.
Founder of the Four Color Fossils. Great to have you with us once again.
Yeah, we were actually fortunate enough to be on the fossils this week, and thank you again, Micah, for the invite.
Absolutely.
And had a great crew as usual. So anybody that got some time on Wednesday night, please check out the Four Color Fossils.
Absolutely. 8:00 Eastern Standard Time on the Graphic Man channel. Dun, dun, dun. Dr. Von Chilla says, my dad busted an eardrum as a kid, and it still bothers him to this day. And he'll be 90 in March. Wow, 90.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah, my sympathies. That's no fun. And Michael Taylor saying hello to Graphic Man.
Graphic Man says, I just subscribed to Mr. Beckerman. Cool beans.
And Mike Taylor says, Dr. Von Chilla, I guess certain things like the eardrum may never heal.
Sad but true. And the Gray Man, all the way from across the pond. Good morning, sir. How are you this morning? Great to have you with us.
Good morning, Gray Man. Welcome.
And I didn't read what he said. He said, hey.
And Ron just says, hey, Micah and Gray Man.
And Hans, Captain Strangelife, is with us this morning. Great to have you with us, Hans.
Hey, good morning, Hans. Always glad to see you. Been a while.
Yes, sir. Says happy Saturday morning to everyone.
And to you, sir.
Happy Saturday morning to you, sir. Yes.
And Paul Les says, happy anniversary, guys. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. Hippies Collectible says, and a happy to you, Hans.
And Ron says, happy Saturday to you, Hans. Good morning, Paul.
Quite enough sayers in the house now. Great to have you with us, QNS.
Hey, welcome, QNS. Glad to have you.
He says, good morning to the Peanuts and the hosts. And a good morning to you, sir.
And Dr. Von Chilla, speaking of my dad and the Phantom, circa 1973, I remember lying on the kitchen floor with my dad as he drew a 7-foot door-length Phantom poster for my bedroom door. Oh, that's a great memory.
Oh,
wow.
That's
nice.
Cool.
Very nice.
Do you still have the poster? We want to Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
Michael Taylor says, good morning, Cap.
And Tempest from Mars says, those Defenders of Earth figures look pretty good on the shelf if you can get a hold of them. I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I just couldn't pull the trigger because I was going to the comic store later on, and I had to save my money. But maybe next week. Dr. Von Chilla says, when Dad finished the drawing, we lay there together and colored it with crayons. Beloved memories. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, man, that's a seriously good memory.
Yep, absolutely. Great. Thanks for sharing that with us, man. I love it. Love those stories like that.
And ECR says, Cat Murdoch fever.
There you go. Sounds like he's got the workings of a new song for next week.
Sounds like.
Dr. Von Chilla says, ECR, I'm laughing out loud at you, brother.
And Michael Taylor says, very cool, Dr. Von Chilla. Do you still have the poster? Inquiring minds want to know.
Maranya says, in all seriousness, Jackson's voice can give Eric's a run for his money if Jackson ever decides to read with us and voice Wonder Man. Real talk. He does have a set of pipes on him. I noticed that when I saw him on one of those I think it was he was talking with Eric and them. I think it was on one of the I Love Comics videos, I think. And because it was the first time I had heard his voice, and it was like, oh my gosh, man, he reminded me a lot of Alan Garrett from After.
Oh yeah.
Those kind of pipes. He sounded real good. I wish I had pipes like that.
And Captain Strangelove says the best people are right here in the peanut gallery, besides the host, of course.
You are too kind, sir.
You are too kind, but we appreciate that.
Yes, thank you very much, Hans. And Dr. Von Chilla says, Michael Taylor, unfortunately, I do not. But the memory lasts forever. Absolutely.
And Dr. Von Chilla says, howdy, Hans.
And Lady M says, what is for breakfast is frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts. I forgot how good those are. My husband hoards them like Scrooge McDuck and money. I usually go for the plain blueberry Pop-Tarts. Those are my favorites. I don't know. What do you go for Pop-Tarts at all?
I'm not a sweet eater. I don't eat sweets. So anytime somebody starts about cake or cookies or pie or anything, I'm just kind of.
Oh man, I wish I had your eating habits then, man, because it would have saved me a whole lot of pain this point in my life.
And Michael Taylor says, Dr. Von Chilla, yes.
Awesome. Captain Strangelife says, we have 2 inches of beautiful snow so far. No.
Oh, no, it's coming your way, Rod.
I don't want
Chicago, if it's in Chicago, it won't be long.
I know. It's supposed to start somewhere around 9-10 o'clock tonight. I'm not looking forward to it. Rob Brown says, I love to look at snowy scenery, and I love to draw snowy scenery, but I don't want it around my house, laugh out loud. That's how I feel, Rob.
Exactly.
That's how I feel. I'll see pictures of it all day long. It don't bother me at all, but I don't want to be in it.
And Ron says, bundle up with some hot soup or hot cocoa and enjoy the snow, Hans.
That's it. We got hot cocoa on the docket for this afternoon, I'm sure. The missus will have it ready to go. Quite Enough Sayer says, nice new avatar, Easy. Yay.
Yeah, I like it. And Marani says, Jackson tunes in because the parole officer, Eric, makes him do it.
Parole officer. Wow.
Under these conditions.
The Jackson Roy Creek says, I like the show. It's one of the peanuts that bothers me. I won't say who. I don't think I need to, he says. Ooh, getting heated already.
And Dr. Von Chell says, everyone in Maine lives 20 miles from the coast, LOL.
Yeah, it might seem that way. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's funny. Of course, Rod, I've told you this story many times before we actually knew each other. My wife and I went on a trip to Maine to a gun quitting. I mean, it's up above where you are, but found out later it's like 35 or 40 minutes from where you live. Yeah. I was like, oh, crap, so we're going to have to make a return trip.
Yeah. go up there. We usually hit up there at least once a summer. Go through the shops up there. Hang out.
Pretty nice place. Yeah.
It's a very nice place. A very quaint little old style village.
The thing that impressed me, there was no Walmarts, there was no BP, there was no shopping centers whatsoever. It was like, okay, you had one little gas station, and you had the little town that you could walk through from the resort we were staying at. And like we were on the bottom floor, like right where the rocky coast was, and the waves was hitting up. And I was like, okay, we don't have to go home real soon, do we? So it's a really nice place.
It is. It's very, very nice. If you get a chance, anybody gets a chance to go up there, Ogunquit Beach. It's very nice. So absolutely check it out and stop by. And we got Rob Brown saying, LOL, he's laughing out loud about something.
And Michael says, happy 1 year anniversary too, Doc and Shannon, us here in the Peanut Gallery. Absolutely. Thank you again, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate that. And hopefully we'll have another year to go. Or more.
Or more.
Paul S. says, hey, Shannon, you are a JSA fan. Was it the JSA poster in the background? I think he's asking if you have a JSA poster in the background, what is it?
Yeah. You want to take a look at that? We'll go back here to the corner.
Field trip.
Yeah. But that was a promotional poster for the JSA versus America versus the JSA miniseries, one of my favorites.
Oh, wow.
I was really happy to pick that one up a while back. So, yeah, big JSA fan, as you can tell.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And here's some more JSA.
Oh, great.
So, yeah, I'm kind of a JSA fan.
Here you go.
Anyway, you guys get to look at the ceiling and the walls. All right. But
cool,
yeah, big JSA fans. I know Rod is too, and a lot of other guys here a lot of people in the chat.
Absolutely. And we got Higgy Pop Comics in the house. Hey, Higgy. Great to have you with us.
Hey, Higgy.
He says, hey, guys, I think he means sneaking in just to say hi. I'm at my daughter's baby shower. Wish me luck. Have a great show.
Yeah, they're Higgy and his wife, their daughter and their family are going to have a blessed event really soon. He's hoping the baby will, I think I heard this on his last video. He's hoping the baby will wait 10 days past the due date because that'll be on his birthday. So we hope for a great birth and everybody's healthy and happy.
And Higgy sent me some pictures the other day about the Steve Rude Space Ghost book that he did. Did you pick that up, Higgy? Did you wind up picking that up? Because that's a great book.
Oh yeah, I got that a few months ago. That's great.
Yeah, it's really, really good. If you like Space Ghost or if you like good art, either way, it's a winner. Yep. So.
And Charles Mardane said it's raining like it never rained before here in Florida. This is the same storm that's coming your way. Good luck.
I wish it was rain, man. I wish it was rain. We've been lucky so far, but not today. Jackson Roykirk says, congrats, Higgy. And
Captain Strangelove says, hot cocoa, yes, I love it. Going to make some right now, Maranya. I feel like I'm watching the Ray Rayner show again on WGN.
And Hippie's Collectible says, Higgy, congrats. Almost a grandpa. Yes, sir.
Nothing like it. Ranger Sly says, you guys are having snowstorms, but we have none here in Montreal, Canada. We can't even go ski.
Oh, hey, you're more than welcome to have the stuff that's coming our way. Oh, Lady M says the first year anniversary gift is paper. So Rod and Shannon, you need to exchange comic books. Classic ones, of course. I love it.
Good idea. Yeah. Dr. Von Chell says one of my New Year's resolutions is to stop leaving extraneous comments on the comic book memory stream.
Oh, no. No. Everyone is welcome here. And Here we go. Lady M says, good luck, Higgy Pop. Congrats to your daughter. Future grandpa?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing like being a grandparent.
All right. And the Jackson Roykirk has set us up here so we can start showing some comics. Greatly appreciate that, Jackson, as always. So, what do you say, brother? You got some books you want to show?
Yeah, I got some books on the show. I got this first stack. It's actually new stuff. Maybe there's a couple older ones at the end, but where everybody goes to comic shops and gets their titles and all that, I'd go through a mail order service because I get anywhere from 25 to 50% off. So usually I have to wait a couple weeks. Everybody's showing what they got. And I know Higgy shows stuff that, okay, well, I'm getting in a couple weeks. So I just have it shipped once a month when I do get new ones. So, but this place I go through, you can get, sometimes they have back issues or like a few months old or whatever. So I got some Tomorrow stuff. There's Comic Book Creator, number 18, I think this is, or 16, can't read it.
Oh, nice.
A lot of great stuff. Yeah, I knew you would like that cover.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff. You got Dan Parent and who is this? And Dean Haspiel on the cover there. And you got great articles in here about you got Rich Buckler article.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Lots of cool Rich Buckler stuff. Where you got some early pictures. You got Buckler and Neil Adams like in the early 70s, late 60s. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. You got some Rich Buckler and Neil Adams art right there. I remember that story from House of Secrets.
Wow.
And how many times you get to see Neil Adams doing inks on Rich Buckler?
Yeah.
So good stuff. What else? And you got some stuff in there about Russ Heath. There's a good article on Marie Severin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So lots of good stuff in here. But anything from Tomorrow's, and these are on sale for like 25 or 30% off. And a lot of times you can get on the Tomorrow site and they'll have sales of Alter Ego and back issue for like $3. So if you want to get in and grab some good magazines about comics, this is one that I wanted. And this is Alter Ego number 128. It's all about the comic code and the evil Dr. Frederick Wortham. So lots of good stuff in there. And there's Alter Ego 152.
Oh, yeah.
Got a great article about Larry Ivy. He actually was a big JSA fan, and he was an artist too, and he actually came up with the name Justice League. He was wanting them to update in the 50s, he was wanting to update the JSA, and so they wanted him to call it the Justice League, or he was wanting to call it the Justice League. So actually he came up with this idea years before the Justice League actually came out.
Wow.
He was just wanting to update the JSA, so good stuff there.
Yeah.
Okay, got some newer comics. Got Power Girl number 4. Great Gary Frank cover. And the 3rd issue of Justice League versus Godzilla and Kong.
Yes.
Yeah. This is actually a really good story.
Yeah, it is.
Despite the kind of goofy premise.
Yeah.
And we've got Green Lantern number 3. Got a great cover with Spectre.
Yes.
Yeah. Sandman number 3.
Yeah.
Who was Paul S. asking me if I was a JSA fan? And here we have just a regular Flash. I started picking this up just because I like the artist. Mike Deodato Jr. is doing the art on this.
Oh, wow.
And speaking of the JSA, here's number 8.
Yes.
And we have a new Planet of the Apes series. This is actually based on the original movies. This is a 4-issue called Beware of the Planet of the Apes. And it has a story about the Nova in it. I actually kind of thumbed through it, haven't got to read it yet. But I had got this one and a couple more. This is one of the variants, I think. But yeah, the story looked really good. It was all based on the original movie. And we got Shazam number 7 with the Black Adam cover.
Oh, nice. I didn't see that one. Wow.
Yeah. And here's another one of the variants by Scotty Young. And we've got Green Lantern number 6. This is actually a really good take on Hal Jordan, surprisingly. And probably one of the creams of this crop, variant cover of the aforementioned Justice Society, Tony Harris cover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just picked that one up.
Yeah, I'm ordering all these variants, man, because I love Tony Harris, and his take on Golden Age characters, especially the JSA, is awesome. I think you can actually, I think I saw on Facebook, you can message him, and I think you can actually get a poster of this, some of these, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that cover, man.
And here we have the World's Finest. And last issue of World's Finest Teen Titans. Pretty cool silver/bronze age take on this one. And Jay Garrick Flash, my second favorite comic character.
Yes, sir.
Probably one of the next best new books that's come out in a while. Last issue of Danger Street, number 12, which features all the characters from the first issue special series that came out in the 70s. So very cool story. And here's another variant. I think that's the original. The other two were variant. And Rod, you pick up any of those facsimile books?
Every once in a while, especially if they're go-go checks ones, I'll pick those up.
I'm getting to where, like, anyone that comes out, I'm trying to pick it up just because one thing, I want to read it because I won't be able to afford the original. But I got some cool stuff. Here's Adventure Comics 260, and some of you might be asking what is the significance of Adventure Comics 260. Well, this is actually the first, I guess what they call Silver Age appearance of Aquaman, the first Silver Age Aquaman, because they changed his origin story. Because the Golden Age Aquaman is like he was like part of an experiment, and this shows like where his father and the Queen of Atlantis got together and had him. So pretty cool story. Got art by Ramona Fraden, which I don't know if anybody knows this, but she is 97 years old now. She just now announced her retirement from like going to conventions and doing commissions. So, which is a shame because I had my name on a list to get a commission of her doing like the headshots of the freedom fighters, which it's not all bad news because she had like a commission she did for somebody had like the full figure of all the freedom fighters in pencil. So I saved that to my phone, and I'm going to print that one out later and stick it on my wall.
Oh, cool.
So, great story. There's a facsimile of Batman number 5.
Yeah, nice.
The significance of this is it's got a Joker appearance, and you see the first appearance of Linda Page, one of Batman's many chickies, Bruce Wayne's. Of course, everybody knows this one.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And
Yep.
these would be the closest I ever come to having this one, other than the Treasury. Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
And here we have Doom Patrol 99, first appearance of Beast Boy.
Yes.
Yep.
Big.
Yep. And got a couple older things here. I actually found these when I was doing some cleaning. I've been off a couple of weeks. I'm doing my annual purge / organization / finding stuff I forgot I had type thing. And this is one of those. Here is a couple of black and white mags. This is the Crime Machine. This is from Skywall, 1971.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
These were like reprints of like 50s comics, 50s and early 60s crime comics. So pretty cool. Got some great painted covers.
You don't see those too often, though.
Never. And I got these like dirt cheap.
Wow.
And here's the second one. Got a lot of great old black
that is cool.
Crime comics. So that's what I got.
Oh, that's great, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right. There we go. All right. Thank you to Jackson Roykirk once again giving us our starting position. So here we go, buddy.
And Dr. Bonchilla, congrats. Higgy Grandpop. Absolutely. And Charles Mardane says, good morning, Cap. And Marani says, we had Jackson on the New Year's live stream on the Geeky Puppet Show.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. That's where I heard him. Cool beans.
And Jackson Roykirk, I have been told I have a face for radio, so.
Well, I've heard that a few times in my lifetime too, Jackson, so you're not alone, brother.
Exactly. And Michael says, Maranya, I love Pop-Tarts. Rob Brown, Shannon acts like he don't like donuts. I don't.
Wow.
Dr. Bonchilla, it just started to snow. We're expecting 4 to 7 inches. Love it.
No.
I'm glad somebody does.
Well, there you go. Hopefully it won't be too bad up there.
And Eric Brings is and a voice for radio silence. Jackson.
Wow. Man.
Tough crowd. And Mike says, Shannon, you're better off. Saves your teeth the pain.
Your teeth, and the joints and everything else.
And Ronnie says, I do too, Michael, except for blueberry ones. Those disagree with me. I want some brown sugar cinnamon ones now. Yeah, see, brown sugar cinnamons probably would be my second favorite. Those are really good. I like to put a little bit of butter on them when they come out of the toaster over the top of the brown sugar frosting. Oh, it's very good. Very good. And Paula says, your room is awesome, Shannon. Thank you, kind sir.
Absolutely.
And Mike says, I know Shannon showed the JSA poster in his room to her. Nice to see it again. Thank you, sir. And Tempest from Mars says, that's a great JSA miniseries as well. Oh, yeah. One of my favorite stories. Yeah. And Triple P is here. Plants Printed Periodicals. Good morning, sir.
Hey, great to have you with us, Triple P.
And he says, greetings and salutations, Rod, Shannon, and the rest of the Peanut Gallery. I'm sipping coffee and bagging and boarding. I need to decide what books I'm going to sell this year. Oh, no. Sell your books.
He must be going to sell books so he can get more books.
And Michael Tell says, congrats, Higgy. And Mariah says, good morning, Triple P. And Michael Tell says, good one, Dr. Von Chilla. And Triple P says, don't worry, I seem only to sell current and keep my bronze and older books. Oh, yeah. Had me worried there for a minute. And Triple P says, good morning to Maranya. And Michael Tell says, yeah, there's a lot of great comic book related mags like Alter Ego, Back Issue, etc. Exactly. Pretty much anything Tomorrow's puts out is great stuff.
Yeah, you're not going to get a clunker in that group.
And Ron says, fun fact, Marie Severin was an uncredited inker on Submariner 40. Yes, she was. Somebody else knew that fact. We read that last night on the Geeky Puppet Show. Innuendos aplenty in that book, and all added by us.
I'm going to try and catch the.
Yeah, I need to check that one out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to keep up with that. I missed that one. So ECR says, awesome reading last night.
Cool beans.
And Michael Taylor says, JSA Godzilla and Kong looks interesting. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, it's a pretty good read, really. When you first hear the concept, like you said, it is kind of, what, really? But they did a good job with it.
Of course, back in the, I guess, the 90s or whatever, they were putting that stuff, DC and Dark Horse, like Superman and Batman versus Aliens, Predator, and RoboCop. So there's been some goofy concepts, but some of it actually works. And Dr. Von Chill says, Michael Taylor is going to sit on my hands more and more. Rob Brown, ooh, new apes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The good stuff. And Jackson Orchard says, what? A new apes comic? Yeah, they came out one several months ago, but it was like based on the current movies that had been out. And it was okay. I just wasn't a big fan. But when I heard this one was coming, I was like, yeah, I got to snag that because it's based on the original. Hippies Collectibles, a new Planet of the Apes. Let me check my wallet. Yep. Just came out, 4-issue mini. Triple P says, Marie Severin is very highly underappreciated artist. you got no argument from me.
Yeah, I highly agree.
I was just looking at some Cole covers from that series. Her and her brother did some of them, and I was like, man, I said, why didn't she do more?
Mm.
And Michael Taylor says, very cool, beware Planet of the Apes. Dr. Vonchella, facsimiles rule the earth. Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan now.
Absolutely.
And Triple P says, my favorite cover, her is Tales to Astonish 93, Hulk and Norrin Rad. Yep, that's a good one.
I'm going to be showing some Tales to Astonish coming
There
up.
we go. And Rob Brown says, I love the facsimiles. I try to pick them up whenever I can. Yep, got a lot of fans of those.
Yes.
Michael says, cool adventure comics, especially since the first appearance of the Silver Age Aquaman.
Yeah, I got to hunt that one down.
Yeah. And Hippie's Collectibles, yes, Shannon, been picking up a few of the facsimile books myself. Yep. And Triple P says, I love those Skywall reprints. Yeah, you never see those out in the wild.
No.
I forget where I even picked them up at. It's probably online someplace, but yeah.
Mm.
And Triple C.
Whoops. How about I not click?
Oh, Triple C is this his first chat?
No. I think he was here with us earlier.
Okay. Well, welcome anyway again, sir. Facsimile is the only modern comics I will pick up new. I'm hearing that from some people.
Well, in some ways, it's the only way I'll ever be able to afford some of those classic, iconic issues, too.
In most cases, for me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And Michael Tuss says, if you'll notice, Batman is missing his chest logo for some reason. Fantastic book, Shannon. Yeah, I'm sure the editors weren't quite what they are now.
Yeah.
And Paula says, love the JSA goodness. Thank you, sir.
Mm.
And Michael Tuss is referring to Batman 5. Yeah. And Tempest from Mars says, I picked up the My Greatest Adventure 80 the other day. Oh, awesome.
Cool.
First Doom Patrol.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Love it. Yeah, congratulations.
And Michael Taylor says, growing up, I love the chocolate fudge Pop-Tarts.
There you go.
And Ron says, facsimiles, epic collections, and masterworks are about the only way we Po folks can afford good classic comics, thanks to speculators and slabbers. Yep, you're absolutely right, Lady M.
Yes, absolutely.
Rob Brown, I'm curious, the new Kong versus Godzilla movie, did you guys like the axe Kong had in it? I never really saw Kong as a superhero. I thought he was a monster. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
I saw it. It was okay. It wasn't exactly the you didn't picture Kong using a weapon, but it kind of just fit into the story. So I really enjoyed it. I love that MonsterVerse. I got to admit, I do like their Godzilla, King Kong, and all the rest of them MonsterVerse. So.
And Dave, a sandwich. We need more apes. Welcome, sir. Yes, we do need more apes.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Dave. Appreciate it, sir.
And Ron says, good morning to Dave. And Dr. Vonchella to Michael Taylor. My resolution about extraneous comments be damned. Chocolate fudge Pop-Tarts are king. I haven't had one in years, but I stand by my statement.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
And Triple P says, nice pickup at Tempest from Mars. I have the Doom Patrol 99, picked it up a couple of years ago. And yes, Shannon, selling allows me to buy more comics. Absolutely. Paula says, don't forget New Teen Titans 1 just came out in the facsimile. I do already have that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dr. Vonchella says, I've got a video coming up regarding true facsimiles. I recently picked up nothing added, nothing subtracted, exact reproductions. Awesome.
Oh, cool. Can't wait to see that video. All right.
And Maranya has a fond memory of childhood. I had a King Kong coloring book based on the 60s cartoon. It was one where you point with water and the colors showed up. Paint with water, I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, and the colors showed up.
I love that King Kong cartoon from the 60s, man. I never knew it was from Japan. And it also is one of the all-time great TV cartoon themes. Love it, love it, love it.
And Tempest from Mars says, that's the facsimile one I got. Not the original. I missed out on the original one a couple of months ago, though. And Michael Tubbs says, unfortunately missed out on a lot of the facsimiles because I wasn't aware that they were doing them for a few years.
Yes.
And Rob Brown says, I just bought a new Teen Titans 1, but it's not the facsimile, original release. Love that book. Yeah. I love that. The whole series where Wolfman and Perez were on it, man. I think I wanted to get all the ones they did. I think like up to issue 50. I think I'm missing 2. So, yeah, I'm a fan of that.
All right. That catches us up with the peanut gallery for this round. So I got a few things I'm going to show here, and then I'm saving my Tales to Astonish for the second round. So I just want to make sure I don't lose my place. I know Jackson will be on. There he is right there. Boom. Asking you shall receive. Thank you, Jackson. All right. There we go. We'll show some comics. I'm going to show some of the new ones I just got, and then some back issues that I picked up from my local comic store. And you'll recognize a few of these, like this one here.
I've been green.
That's it. The first breeding of Saturday. And again, this one here. So, and this one here was I don't know if this was the same cover you had or not. This is you had number 8. This is Justice Society number 7, but it had a Solomon Grundy cover. So
yeah, that's one I'm missing. I need to get that one.
Yeah, I had to pick that one up when I saw Solomon Grundy on it, and I'm like, oh yes, yeah.
You're
home.
pick that one up.
And then I picked up this Incredible Hulk number 2.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
So just kind of hanging out there.
How is that new Hulk series anyway?
I'm still on the fence. I'm not quite. I'm not into it as much as I was the Mortal one.
Yeah.
But they're slowly making ground. So I'm gonna stick with it. Hulk's my Marvel guy. Got to stick with him. And I picked up number 17 of World's Finest.
Oh yeah. That has a plethora of heroes in it and characters.
Absolutely. So pick that up, and then I picked this one up. Thanos, Smash of the Titans. And the only reason I picked it up is right there on the cover.
Oh, yeah.
It's got the Hulk in it, so I'm like, Hulk versus Thanos? Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
You
got my money. And then they've, at that local comic store, they've made a real push over the last year to bulk up on their back issues, which is really good. For a long time, they had maybe 1 or 2 long boxes of back issues, and that was it. And it wasn't very, really a good choice. But now they've got several boxes out there. So I didn't get a chance to peruse a lot of them, but I just happened to start at the J's, and I came up with these babies. Jonah Hex, number 25.
Oh, yeah. Love Jonah Hex.
Yeah. Yep. Number 25. Here's number 38. And these are all fillers that I need, because that's a long series. So I was thrilled to pick up all of these. Here's number 54.
Oh,
like that cover.
What is that, like 90, 92 issues? Something like that?
Oh. Geez, I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. I can picture the last issue, that skeleton sitting there, I can picture that, but I couldn't remember
I just picked that book up a few weeks ago, and I can't remember, but I think it was like 92. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Your memory with this stuff is a lot better than mine, my friend. So here we go with number 58.
Nice. Yeah, but my memory isn't half as good as some of the other people probably here in the chat.
And then the last one I picked up is number 32. So nice handful of Jonah Hexes to.
Oh yeah, can't beat that.
Yeah, loving that. So, alrighty, find a place to put them here. And then I figured I needed a laugh. I needed some chuckles this morning. So I decided to pull out some of these here, some Harveys and some other ones. We got Little Lotta in Foodland, and this is number 23.
There we go.
A nice 25-page square bound, baby.
There you go, baby. Man, I love those old Harveys, especially like from the late 60s to the mid 70s.
Yeah, I always loved that they did the roll call. I always loved that.
Yeah, because I think back then a lot of those characters were in cartoons. So they kind of made it look like they were doing TV headshots.
Yep, exactly. And we didn't see a whole lot of Harveys around the stores that I usually would frequent. It would be like once in a while if we were at a store, in another state or something like that, I might come across them. So it was rare to be able to find something like that for me.
Oh yeah.
Here we go with Wendy the Good Little Witch, number 40, 12 center.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love the logo on that.
The different colors and
yeah.
Yep. And then we got a Dell Giant, 25-cent Giant. This is Walt Disney's Summer Fun number 2. This is a thick square bound.
There we go.
Just munching on a little watermelon summer treat.
Yeah, I bet Captain Strangelove is hating this.
And for the professor, I wouldn't want to leave him out. I've got Heartthrobs number 107. Some go-go checks.
Oh yeah.
More smooching going on.
Man, I hardly ever see any of those go-go checks romance comics. Hardly at all.
You can't. And boy, when you do find them, the money has gone up on them. Wicked. So, like I said before, the go-go checks quest that I'm on, most of what I need left is romance comics, and they're harder and harder to find. And when you do find them, they're more expensive to find.
Right.
So here's Secret Hearts number 118.
Yeah, it's nice. I know John Romita did a lot of romance stuff for DC, but they wouldn't let him touch the superheroes for some ungodly reason.
And I believe these were gifted to me, and I cannot remember. I'll mark it down on the back, and I believe these were gifted to me. And I'm sorry. I apologize to whoever gifted to thee. If you're here in the chat, definitely let me know. And I apologize because I want to mark it down. Usually I'll either put a piece of paper in there that says it, or I'll mark it right on the backing board. But that was pretty cool. So thank you once again. Here is a Walt Disney. This is a Dell comic, Walt Disney Comics and Stories, number 256. Little winter action.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're like me, sometimes you just get in the mood to pull something like that out, like the Harveys or the funny animal comics or Archie or whatever, just because, you don't want to get into a big series, multi-issue arc or whatever. So you just want to kind of have a laugh and kind of nostalgic for the old days when you were a kid.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of that type of stuff in my collection. So the some that I do have, I enjoy them. I really do. And I'd like to pick up more of them. So I may, but it's always superheroes first with me,
Hey,
but you mentioned Archie, and sure enough, the next one I'm holding up here, there's an Archie. Madhouse.
Man, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
And this is number 72 from January 1970.
Wow.
So it probably actually came out in 69.
Yeah.
So... And then we got another gold key. We got Walt Disney's Christmas Parade. And I don't know what the number is because I don't have it written down. There you go. I think I'm showing those because of all the snow that's coming. And then this one here, I don't know. I just saw this one and picked it up just because I'd never seen one before, and I knew I didn't have one in my collection. I'm always interested in oddball books. I know you are as well. So this is Dell Comics Melvin Monster, and I don't know. They do the same kind of numbering system that Gold Key has, which is one that I ain't figured out. So,
oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Melvin Monster.
That's it. And what else did I have? I had a couple of things. I figured I'd show some magazines real quick that I have over here. I'm going to start off with. I finally found this again. I was worried because I thought I lost it. The Monster Times, number 26. This is my first exposure to the Monster Times because it has a Destroy All Monsters story in it. And this story right here, man, this got me hooked on all the Godzilla stuff. I knew about Godzilla and I knew about Rodan and Mothra, but I didn't know about all the other ones. And this helped me open up a whole new world.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, it is really neat. There's a little back.
I don't believe I have any issues with Monster Times. I'll have to pick a couple up just so I can check them out.
And I mean, and they always have up here in the corner, they have a little blurb about what comic book story is in the book. I mean, in the paper. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, this one here, I looked for a long time to get this particular one in good shape for decent money, and finally got one. But then I lost it amongst this, cavalcade of cornucopia of stuff, So, but I found it. Yeah, I found it, and it's like, yes, it's back in the box again, baby. And then I got some. I've had these for a while. Captain Britain. Is Captain Britain number 3?
Oh, nice.
I believe these are from the UK.
Yes, they are. That's great.
We got that one. There is number 2 in color. And then I got a magazine more format. These were made. They've got they're all paper. Like the cover is paper. It's not like a regular slick cover type of thing. These ones are. Here is Captain Britain number 2. This is in almost like a magazine style format.
Yeah,
I love that cover though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd like to have some of those. I've got a good stack of the UK Planet of the Apes stuff. But, yeah, I'd like to have some of the Captain Britain stuff too.
And this is number 3. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, I always love that costume.
Here is number 4. Bum, bum, bum. And number 5. Another great cover. Very cool. And number 6. I think I have number 1, but I don't know why it's not with it, but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. I am, though, making great strides in getting my collection back in order. So I do have to admit that. And, of course, everybody probably has these in their collection. Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
You love this.
Oh, yeah.
Magazine format, black and white. That's a cool one. And then, of course, the second issue, which was in color.
Yeah, those are like must-haves.
Yeah. And then to round it out, I've got the Man of Bronze, Doc Savage.
Oh, yeah. I love that series.
Number 1.
It's been a long time since I saw that. That was Ron Eli played him in that movie, right?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And here is number 2.
Man, I love those painted covers.
And round it out, we got number 7. So still making inroads with this when I find them. So
I think I might have all. Was it like an 8-issue series?
I want to say yes. I want to say it was like 8 issues. It was either 8 or 10.
Yeah.
But I think
Could be 10, yeah.
you're right. I think it was 8. So there we go. So let's bring us back together.
Man, I love the variety in that stuff. That was awesome.
Oh, so, and now we'll look for Jackson Roy Kirk. Dun, 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 dun. Holy back. There we go. There we go. Thank you very much, Jackson. Appreciate it, sir, as always. And joining us today is Werewolf by Lunchtime. Great to have you with us, Werewolf.
Welcome, Werewolf.
And he's shouting out to Jackson. Jackson! Lady M says, Werewolf, good to see you. The Jackson Roarkirk says, Hobbs! Werewolf by Lunchtime says, hi, Maranya, good to see you too. And Michael Taylor says, Maranya, very cool. I had a lot of good coloring books growing up in the 70s, and the 70s were a great time for coloring books, a lot of good ones. I'd like to get, I know there was a couple of Space Ghost ones from the 60s. I'd love to get 1 or 2 of those, but they're either all really beat up or they want a lot of money for them. So, like anything, right? Werewolf by Lunchtime says, hi, Michael. Paul S. says, just picked up that Fortress of Solitude that you have in the background, Rod. Love those books. Yep. Up there. Yep. Treasury, the limited collector's edition is, I guess, how DC calls them. Love those books. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I fell asleep watching Horror Mike earlier, laughing out loud.
Yeah, I checked out a few minutes of his stream last night. He had some good stuff.
Cool beans. I'll have to check that out. Michael Taylor says, very cool, JSA Grundy. Yeah, I love that cover, man. When I saw that, it was like, I'm not one for variant covers too often. I'm like, why do I want to buy another book that I've already got just for 1 page? But if it was done by Neil Adams, or if it's something that really catches my fancy, like Solomon Grundy and JSA, yeah, I'll do it. I'm a hypocrite. What can I say? Comic hypocrite. Triple P says, I agree, Rod. The new Hulk series is much better than the Donny Cates series, but Immortal Hulk was chef's kiss. Yes. But I'll stick with it. Mike Taylor says, hello to Werewolf. Charles Mardane says, I started to get the DC Golden Age Superman Omnibus series. The only way I was able to read these stories. Holy mackerel, those omnibuses are big.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I was looking at the comic store the other day and they had, what was it? Was it a Justice? Yeah, it was JSA omnibuses. But they were of the series from the early 2000s and 90s, 2000s, something like that. But boy, they were like mega thick. And I'm like, holy mackerel. I get a hernia just lifting it. Rob Brown says, I love the old Jonah Hex too. Yes, sir, Bob. Love Jonah Hex. I'm hoping that someday they'll make another Jonah Hex movie. Unfortunately, the man I would have chosen to play Jonah Hex is too old to play the part now, and that would be, of course, Mr. Clint Eastwood.
Okay, let me correct you there, Rob. There hasn't been a Jonah Hex movie yet. Enough said.
Yes. I got to admit, if you guys, any of you have watched The Outlaw, Josie Wales, Clint Eastwood's movie, Outlaw Josie Wales, to me, that is just about as close as you've gotten to the Jonah Hex story. Right. I mean, it really, really is awesome. And he would have played a great Jonah Hex. Oh, man, that would have been awesome. Lady M says, sadly, a lot of modern comic art looks like coloring books and not in a good way. I miss the classic artists who draw on Bristol board and ink by hand. The cheap digital art, yuck. Yeah. I got to agree with you.
I agree,
Yeah, absolutely. Mike Taylor says, can't go wrong with Hulk versus Thanos. Well, we'll see. I haven't opened it up to read it yet, but hopefully it'll be a good story. Rob Brown says, I'm also a big Scalp Hunter fan. Yes, I'm trying to make inroads with that as well. So, absolutely. Jackson Roy Kirk says, Jonah Hex, 92 issues. There you go. You were right on the nose.
Hey, actually had one right. Thank you, Dixon.
Oh, no, I'm telling you, man, this guy sitting to my right or your left, however you look at it, he's got a head full of comic knowledge, man. Untouchable.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but the knowledge I do have, it won't leave my head somehow. It has to come out once in a while. I don't know.
Oh, man, it's incredible some of the stuff you pull out of there, man. I'm like, how does he remember that?
We've had that conversation. I mean, if you asked me what happened a couple of days ago, I couldn't tell you the first minute of what happened a couple of days ago. But if you asked me what the storyline was in JLA 115, I could tell you.
Yeah, but you'd also be able to tell who the artist was, who the writer was, who the editor was. You got it. I mean, I'm just marvel at your.
I'm just I just the tip of the iceberg as far as like people who have knowledge, because I mean there's a plethora, and most of them are on here. In the chat and with you. I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, so we definitely got our share of great minds out there, comic minds in the peanut gallery, without a doubt. Gratu says, agreed, Maranya. Yes. Hippies Collectible says, I agree 100% with Lady M, as do we all. Gratu says, hooray for Little Lotta. And the Jackson Roykirk says, don't show the little Lotta. Consider poor Eric. That's his dream date. Ooh, wow. Oh, didn't see that coming. And I was reading it, and I still didn't see that coming. Triple C says, Jonah Hex is hard to find, at least when you're as cheap as I am. No, I'm the same way. Those were very cheap. Believe me, otherwise they probably wouldn't have made it all home with me. But yes, whenever I can find them,
nothing wrong with a bargain. I'm a Triple C, man. If you can get them cheap, I mean, there's some people on here, and I don't think any of them are in this community or this part of the community. But I mean, they'll get on there and they'll have to tell you exactly what a book cost, and I spent so much money. I'm like, I don't care. I mean, if you can get a bargain, yeah, that's when I'll say, yeah, if I got this one for $2, I'm proud.
Yeah, because it's in my collection now. I don't care. It's $1 bin. I don't care. As long as the story's whole and covers there I'm good. Triple P says, I love Jonah Hex. DC released an omnibus a few years ago of all the weird Western tale stories, but not yet, Volume 1. Oh, again, those things are so big, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and they don't give them away either.
Yeah, I just got 2 or 3. Of course, the one I had to have was Jack Kirby's Commandy, so
Yeah. Cool beans. Hippies Collectible says, I love my Harveys when I was a kid. Yes, I do. You like them? I know Hans is a big fan of Harveys from when he was a kid as well.
Oh, yeah, I love them.
Rob Brown says, I've been trying to beef up my Harvey collection along with my cartoon comics from the 70s. I could go hot and heavy on those cartoon comics, man.
Oh, yeah, that's great stuff.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Dr. Von Chilla says, why am I declaring the Wendy the Little Witch 40 a blazer? I don't know why, but it is a blazer.
Now, see, the speculators are going to jump all over that kind of stuff because it goes, hey, Dr. Von Chilla said it was a blazer. We got to have that book. So anybody wants to try to get online right now because it will be gone.
That's it. eBay, here I come. No. Mike Taylor says, I like those multicolored titles. Yes, yeah. It kind of reminds you of the Marvel annuals, the first group of Marvel annuals.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
Yep. Lady M says, my experience with Harvey characters were the animated cartoons of the 60s and 70s. Absolutely. Fun stuff.
We talked about that, yeah.
Yeah. Come along now and join the party. Come along now and have some fun. I love that. I love it. Tempest from Miles. I really enjoyed that Immortal Hulk run. There was some interesting stuff in there. Yes, there was. And they brought some really cool characters into the series and stuff. Really, really good. I highly recommend it to people. The Immortal Hulk run. Very good. Hippies Collectible says, Disney Dells. Another one of my favorites. Yes, I knew. Tempest from Mars. I also need to get the 100-page romance issues to finish my 100-page collection off. Yes, I still need a handful of those myself for the 100-page spectacular, super spectaculars.
Yeah, are those any good? I don't know.
Says the man who has every single one that ever came out. Oh, I love to go back and watch that video the way you showed all your 100-page super spectacular.
Oh yeah, that was like a five video series because there's like 115 altogether.
Yeah.
So I had couldn't do it all in one video, not giving me justice.
But it was great because I hadn't seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen a lot of the ones that you showed. I hadn't seen a lot of them, and oh my gosh! And then you sent me a whole bunch of them. Oh my goodness! So thank you very much again because that boosted that. That was awesome.
I'm always happy to share, man.
Michael Taylor says one of my favorite coloring books growing up was A Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse. I vaguely remember them. I can't remember any specific cartoon, but I vaguely remember seeing those. When I'd stay home from school on a snow day or something, they'd show them on like a cartoon carousel, like a local TV channel, Dr. Von Chilla says, freak out with Archie and his friends. Beware the evil. Paul S. says, Jonah Hex had 92 issues, and the follow-up series Hex had 18 issues. Thank you very much for that, Paul. Appreciate that.
I actually did a video about the Hex series a while back. Yep.
Triple C says, thanks for showing the kids comics. Always my favorite. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Glad we could put a little smile on your face this morning. Gratu says, great stuff, Rod. Well, thank you, Gratu. Greatly appreciate that, sir. Thank you. And Lady M says, was that the golden Christmas tree issue of Christmas Parade? If so, it's number 4. Gold key. I'm not sure. Let's see. Christmas Parade. Yeah, golden Christmas tree. You are correct. You are correct, Maranya. So that's number 4. Okay.
Awesome.
Beans. I'm going to get my marker out well, I'm not going to get it out real quick, I guess, because things don't want to cooperate. So I'm just falling apart. So I'm going to put number 4. Thank you so much, Maranya. Man, I love it. Every week they come through. Every week, people in the chat, in the Peanut Gallery comes through. Rob Brown says, fantastic books, Rod. Well, thank you very much, Rob. Appreciate that, sir. Maranya says, we also read that issue on the Geeky Puppet Show. We've been venturing into Disney books lately. Oh, I can't imagine the voices. Hippies Collectible says, Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse. Love that cartoon. Awesome. Rob Brown says, I love the UK Captain Britain books. Yes, they were. I enjoy those as well. They were really cool. I really do like the art in them and everything. Paul S., what is the Go-Go Check update, Rod? I haven't had any real updates. I can tell you right now I'm somewhere around needing, I think, 64 books to complete the Go-Go Checks. That's 64 books out of 537. It's 537 or 539. It's one of those two numbers, and I forget what keeps fluctuating in it. But so I've got a good majority of them. But boy, those romance comics, those are tough. And of course, the ones for Batman and Detective, like First Batwoman, First Batgirl, First Scarecrow, stuff like that.
But they've got those in the facsimiles now, don't they? So
and that's.
If you're like me, it's like, okay, if I can't afford that, I'm just going to get the facsimiles or the reprints or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly, Shannon. That's exactly the way I've gone now. So my hopes of ever getting those books are out the window. So I'll take facsimiles, and they will count for me. So there you go, Paul. That's the update for the Go-Go Check, sir. Thanks for asking. Michael Taylor says, Doc, I see that fantastic Werewolf by Night Power Records in your background. Part of the great AOK from Dr. Von Chiller. Yes, sir. They are right there, front and center. All of them right there on my on my brand new display case, but display easel, I guess is what you want to call it. And thank you once again, Dr. Von Chilla, for that tremendous gift. I really appreciate it.
And for mine too. Thank you again, John.
Absolutely. Great, great, great. Wonderful stuff. And Tempest from Mars says UK editions are nice. Yes. Werewolf by Lunchtime says 10 pence would have been the equivalent of 20 cents at the time. Oh, cool. I did not know that. I love learning. Dr. Monchilla says Disney Christmas covers is a deep rabbit hole I have successfully prevented myself from going down. I'll continue to love them from afar. But for how long?
For now.
Right. Rob Brown says, gosh, getting all books in order right now is a pipe dream. Well, it's a Herculean effort here.
Yeah, come on, Rob. That's defeatist talk, man. You can do it. I'm still trying. It's been 50 years, but I'm still trying.
All right, we got Werewolf by Lunchtime. He's saying Alan Davis on those Captain Britain's. Great stuff.
You're exactly right, sir. I did notice that. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Taylor says, very cool Monster Times. Loved Monster Times. It was cool that they incorporated superheroes later on. Yes, absolutely. Comic Curator 68 is with us. Hey, Jeff, great to have you with us.
Hey, Jeff. Glad to see you, buddy.
Thanks for hanging out. He says, hello, everyone. Just stopping in to say hi. Watching on the rewind. All right, sir. Take care. Have a great weekend. Absolutely. Rob Brown says, all of my books. Yeah. Mike Taylor says, hello, CBC. Maranya says, hey there, CBC 68. Good to see you. Hippies Collectible says, 27 watching and only 5 thumbs up. Hit that button. Well, thank you very much, Tom. Appreciate that.
Thank you, kind sir. We appreciate that.
Jackson Roy Kirk says, CBC. Michael Taylor says, fantastic book stock. Well, thank you, Michael. Appreciate that as always. Hippies Collectible says, oops, my bad. Refresh. Refresh. And Dr. Vonchilla says, Michael Taylor, I didn't notice the Werewolf by Night power record lurking in the background. That's because my head was probably blocking it, and I block it with the chat. There you go. There it is, right there, right behind my melon head. So thank you once again. Oh, let's see. There we go. Michael Taylor says, Jackson always comes through with the starting line. Great job. Yes. I appreciate that so much. And Werewolf by Night says, Mrs. Werewolf asked me to wake her at 10 a.m. Oops. Talking horror, Mike. All right. And Jackson's got us another starting line. Thank you, Jackson. Appreciate that. All right, buddy. You got some more books you want to share?
Yeah, I got some comic-related stuff and maybe some comic strip-related stuff going on here.
I thought you might be able to find one or two.
Yeah, something like that, First off, usually every year around this time when I get a couple weeks off from work, I'll try to go through and do an attempt at annually organizing and purging stuff that I don't need and whatever else. But I found some cool stuff and just some just stuff from my childhood. Let's just put it that way. I know we probably got a lot of Peanuts fans here, so I wanted to show just a few. I mean, I've got like stacks and stacks of this stuff, but just a few to show. Here's some Peanuts. Party Charlie Brown. Who was that dog I saw you with, Charlie Brown?
Oh, man. I can remember having some of these.
Yep. These are like Fawcett Crest books, most of them. You're a winner, Charlie Brown.
I love that look.
When I was a kid, I mean, my folks used to get the newspaper all the time. So Peanuts, in the color section and the everyday stuff when we could get it. I mean, that was like my first go-to. And it was always like at the top. It was like the headliner on the comics page. Big fan of Peanuts, the cartoons, the books.
Yeah.
Not a huge collector of the figures or collectibles. I got a few, but the books, I just really love. and didn't realize back then that where I hadn't read the strips, that they were actually reprints of the daily strip. Didn't realize that until like years and years later. I just thought it was like a separate thing. So I thought it was always cool. It's just stuff I hadn't read. And these, a lot of these come from 60s and 70s. This is from 73. It's called Your Choice, Snoopy.
Mm.
This one is from...
Oh, man, they bring back memories.
Gotta sniff it.
Yeah.
Almost as good as comics, but not quite. This is the second printing, but this is from 1970. You're a Brave Man, Charlie Brown.
Oh, wow.
Fun with Peanuts. Huge Peanuts fan. Huge Charles Schultz fan. We're on your side, Charlie Brown. It didn't seem that way a lot of times.
Man, you know what? I remember ordering that one from Scholastic Reader.
I got several. Yeah, I got several that I ordered.
Yes.
Kids.
Oh my gosh.
This is always one of my favorite strips. Charlie Brown and his kite. This poor guy. And this one was from what year was this one from? Let's see. Okay, 1967.
Wow.
40 cents, right?
Memories.
This is years later. This is Go For It, Charlie Brown.
Cool.
The picture of Charles Schultz on the back. You've done it again, Charlie Brown. And the cool thing is now all my grandkids are Peanuts fans. Not so much of the books, because they're like 8, and my granddaughter's 8. My middle grandson he'll be 7 in a couple of weeks, and then my youngest one, he's 4. So if they get into reading, I'm gonna, I've read them some of this stuff and they really like it, but they really love the Peanuts cartoon, so it's a start.
There you go.
And we got one from what year? 1969. Slide, Charlie Brown, slide. Poor Charlie Brown. He slid and he didn't get home.
I know.
And this my folks got me when I was a kid. One of my prized possessions, and I've got 2 or 3 more copies of this in different formats. But Peanuts Treasury.
Oh wow!
I got this when I was 10 years old.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this got reprints. The strips. Let's see, I'm pretty sure this came out. Okay, this printing came out in 75, so it's probably 12 when I got this. But anyway, I wonder what the devil was in the middle of this book, and I found out for some reason I had saved some Peanuts paper towels. Don't know.
Cool.
And,
all the way from childhood.
I'm gonna do a shameless plug here. And Higgy was talking about the blessed event coming up with his grandkids, and I just happened to have a picture that I blew up. A few months ago, we took him to see the League of Super Pets. You remember when that animated came out with Crypto and? Oh yes, yep. So we took all 3 of the grandkids, and I snapped a picture of them in front of the movie theater. Oh, look at them. So there's Ada. She's the oldest, and Alder. He's the second oldest. He's got the birthday in a couple weeks, and that little spark plug in the middle, that's Javon. So when they get together, it is a wild time. So not ashamed at all to show that. No. They like the movie. Oh yeah, they love the movie. Yeah. So they've actually had to watch it on streaming a couple of times too. So when they like a cartoon, they like it. Cool beans. Got some more Peanut stuff here. Oh yes. Yeah, little hardback vehicle. Yep. One of you. Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And this is from. Let's see. Yeah, this is a weekly reader book. Yeah, I knew I had some. Yeah. 1974. Wow. Yeah. Of course, you got to have these. Yes, I got the paperback of that. I just picked that up back about 2 months ago. Yeah. And this one is from, let's see, this is from 1966.
Oh my goodness.
Check that out.
Yeah.
And there's probably some of you guys that have heard about these, but Fantagraphic Books started a project where they were going to reprint all of the Peanuts comic strips and like put out a couple volumes every year. And I think I'm maybe 2 volumes short of some of the last 2 years. But here is it's called The Complete Peanuts. I can't remember how many volumes. I've got stacks up to my knees here below my desk.
Oh,
but
man.
This is from the years 1967 and 1968, the complete strips.
Oh,
and
wow.
you always have, I love the way they made these books.
Oh, neat.
Just great stuff. Yeah. So they started, I guess, the first volume was like 1950 to 52. It's at the bottom of the stack. But anyways, suffice to say, I'm maybe a couple of short. Here's 1965 to 66.
Wow.
Here's 63 to 64. And so they, the Peanuts went from, I guess, 1950 to 1999. So I think I'm just like maybe 2 volumes short.
Wow.
And they're not, some of them come in after a while, they put some of them in slip cases like this.
Oh, neat.
So anybody that are Peanuts fans. I love these. And this stuff will never leave my collection. And along with that, my next favorite comic strip.
BC.
Love BC. Johnny Hart, man. Of course, he was co-creator of Wizard of Id also.
Mm-hmm.
That comic strip. Here's Charles Schultz doing a forward. He really liked Johnny Hart's work.
Oh.
And this one is from, what is this one from? It doesn't say. Yes, it does. Wow. 1959.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't have thought BC started earlier than like the mid 60s. Wow. That's crazy.
It was like late 50s. I think it was 57, 58. Maybe.
Holy mackerel. Wow.
This one's from a little bit later on. I remember buying this one when I was a kid.
Rotting on a book rack.
Yeah.
I remember that one. I remember having that one.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow, man, I ain't thought about that in a long time.
Funny thing about this, my dad's a big fan of this too, and so every so often, he would like pull some of these out and read them, and just his laugh. I've got a couple videos just him laughing at this stuff. will never leave me. But yeah, it's just, and a lot of this stuff, it was just like the Looney Tunes cartoons. When you were a kid, you really didn't understand it, but it was hilarious. And then later on, you got older, you kind of figured out what they were saying. A lot of, innuendo in there sometimes, but great stuff.
Work on a couple different levels.
Yeah, on a couple different levels, yeah.
Yeah.
This one is from 1964. The cover's off, but I'm sure I have another copy of this somewhere. One of my childhood copies.
Awesome.
And, okay, here's a cover. I don't know whether the book's somewhere. This is one of my favorites.
Chucking on down.
Chucking on down. What's new, BC? This is from, let's see, this is from 1968.
Yeah. Magical year. IBC.
Here's one of mine and my dad's favorite characters, Grog.
Me Grog. Life is a 75-cent paperback.
found another Peanuts. They have like, well, this one's though. I probably a cousin gave me this or somebody else because they like used a marker on it. This is like a second or third printing, but it's like 1971, BC on the Rocks. And then you got a picture of Johnny Hart on the back.
Neat.
And here's like a double dose of Peanuts.
Oh. Oh, it's a flip book.
The flip book, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess I picked this up because it was in that pile. You remember this? Remember Tumbleweeds?
Tumbleweeds. Ooh. I can't remember it right off the top of my head. But.
All right. That's what I got here.
Oh, awesome stuff, man. Love it. Cool. Oh, always love that stuff, especially when you bring it, showing the stuff from your childhood. That's just, I mean, that's been around. It's been around.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. And Jackson Roy Kirk, he saved us once again by providing us with a starting line. Thank you, Jackson.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And Wolf by Lunchtime says, I've never known anyone to do as many lines as Jackson. It's not the 60s Jackson. Oh, good one.
Wow.
Oh. And Dr. Von Chilla says, incidentally, the power records I sent to Rodney were never bagged nor boarded until I put them in Mylar for him. They simply rested in a cardboard box for decades.
Oh, wow. Well, they are in great shape. I'll tell you that. So,
yeah. So, how,
thank you once again.
How many decades? I can say that because I think we're about the same age. So, and Michael Taylor says, Dr. Von Chilla, it's credible that you're able to gift your childhood books. I give you a lot of credit. Yeah, yes, I really do.
Yeah, that's incredible. I've said how much it means to me that they were his off the rack childhood personal books. It means a whole lot to me.
Oh yeah,
thank you.
And Rob Brown says, smash that thumbs up button, guys. Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Sir. Spinner Studios. Dave's
in the house.
Dave. Hey. So he says, hey, good morning. We'll now go back to the beginning and start watching. See, that's the kind of stuff that we appreciate. I mean, people that get in here afterwards and still want to go back and watch the whole thing. You guys are definitely troopers.
Yes. Love it. Thank you so much.
And Dr. Von Chilla and Michael Taylor, I love to do it. It's confirmed to me that if I can get rid of these beloved treasures, I can get rid of anything and live through it. The problem is I'm running out of them.
Oh,
yeah. He sent me an email with pretty much the same thought. Yeah. I was like, wow.
Unbelievable.
And Michael Taylor says, yes, Harvey started Cap's love for comics. Yeah.
Yes.
And Rob Brown says, I did manage to finish my Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch Charlton run, working on Hong Kong Phooey now. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Rob and I have been having some conversations about this. He's like us. He's one of us,
Sounds like it, without a doubt.
And Dr. Von Chilla says, Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. Right. Rob Brown said, Ella, you betcha, Dr. Von Chilla.
Absolutely.
And Michael Taylor saying, Dr. Von Chilla, I agree with you 100% on giving away your childhood books. If you could give away your childhood books, you could get rid of anything. This is true.
Yes.
And Maranya says, Scatman Crothers was wonderful as Hong Kong Phooey. Yep, she's exactly right. He did voice that character. A lot of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons had surprising big-name guest voices. Mark Hamill's first voice job was in the Genie one. Yep.
Oh, wow. Cool beans.
Rob Brown, LOL, 59 years. 50. Okay. And we're by lunchtime. You finally caught up with the chat. Not really. And Charles Mardane says, love those Harveys and Dales. Agreed. Dr. Von Chilla says, I love the Peanuts books of the 1970s. Didn't Charles Schultz pass away the morning after the last Sunday strip was published? Yeah, I think that's right. I've got a couple biographies, and usually I'll read it like once a year, but I didn't get around to it this year. But you know, it comes down to it. They asked him, like, okay, were you really secretly Snoopy, or were you really secretly Charlie Brown? He's like, listen, said, you know, a lot of people have conjectured, was Lucy my wife, and was this one my kids? And no, the Peanuts are me. They're all aspects of me. So yeah. And Michael Taylor says, Doc, I also see your spectacular Spider-Man treasure in the background. You always talk about seeing it in the supermarket and being blown away.
Yes, sir. That's why I picked it out this morning. I was just looking for a few things, and I saw that, and every time I see it, it just puts a big old smile on my face, seeing it at the local IGA when we used to go grocery shopping. So I said, you know what? That's going front and center up there. Well, back and center. So you are absolutely correct, sir.
Yeah, it was funny because the IGA is where I first saw treasuries. DC had one of those little cardboard displays, and first one I saw was a Shazam one. You know, like, oh man, of course I would love to have one of those displays now. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. And Rob Brown says, "Great peanut book, Shannon. Thanks, sir." Dr. Von Schell, Peanuts, the gateway into loving comics indeed, Shannon. The Peanuts treasure is ground zero. Yep.
Oh, great. I love that. Ground zero. Absolutely.
Yeah. Michael Taylor says, speaking of Peanuts, growing up, I had a Snoopy electric toothbrush, and that came with a big doghouse. When you were done, you were laying back on the top of the dog. I always wanted those, man. I always wanted one of those.
That's cool.
But I did have a Snoopy wristwatch when I was a kid. So,
yeah.
There
you go.
And QNS says the final Peanuts cartoon strip was a good buy and appeared in the papers the day after his passing, 2/12/13/2000. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, incredible what he gave to us.
Oh man. So Michael Taylor says, also speaking of Peanuts, are we in any of these books? Oh, I'm sure all of you guys are in there somewhere in some form. And probably in the BC books too.
Oh.
And Michael Taylor says, fantastic picture, Shannon. And the Jackson Roykirk says, I have the first 8 of those hardcover complete Peanuts. Yeah. I just need a couple more. Like I say, there's probably like 20-some volumes, maybe close to 30 volumes altogether. And some of them you can get like in the double slipcase editions, but I just need like a couple more, like from the 90s. But I've got all the rest of them. So, yeah.
Incredible collection, man.
And the Jackson Roykirk says, the treasure was a childhood favorite of mine, too. I'm sure it was with a lot of people. Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Von Schell, the Snoopy versus the Red Baron LP is another of the touchstones of my enduring love of the Peanuts. We can go for miles in my airplane, have a lot of smiles in my airplane. Yeah. Yeah.
Great stuff.
Jackson Roykirk, the Fat Broad from BC, another of Eric's dream dates.
Oh man. Oh,
yeah,
you never know what to expect.
It was a point of pride for me that I could like name off all the BC characters to people, because you had the Fat Broad and the cute chick and BC and Peter and Thor and Clumsy Carp and Grog and the snake and the dinosaur and the ants and Curls. It's just great.
Oh man, wow.
And Charles Martinez, those paperbacks bring back memories. Another classic was Andy Cap. Yeah, got a few Andy Caps over here too. Love it.
Oh.
You couldn't publish that comic strip today.
Oh yeah, no.
And Jackson Roykirk, they would change the name of the 75-cent paperback whenever the price changed. I have the $1.25 paperback as well. So do I, Jackson. So do I. They just kept changing it, the printing. So that was pretty cool.
And that brings us back to Jackson Roykirk with another starting line. Cool beans. Thank you very much, Jackson. And I'm going to set that up right there. All righty. And I'm going to show some, I promised some tales to astonish. And they're here somewhere. I promise. There we go. We got a few. I'm going to start with my earliest ones. So work my way up that way. So, all right. Okie dokie. Here we go. We start off with number 35 with the Ant-Man, the return of the Ant-Man, which I believe is his first appearance in costume.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I believe the other one was, The Man in the Anthill. Was that the name of the story, I think, or something like that?
Yeah, it was like the prototype or whatever. Yeah.
So,
Got a reprint of that one.
and then we go to number 36.
Nice.
For a longest time, I could not tell if these were feet or hands.
They kind of look like monkey feet, don't they?
Yeah. I'm thinking, is that the Beast? Is that Hank McCoy up there? What's going on with it? Then we got number 37 with the Ant-Man.
Yeah.
What does it say? Who is it featuring there? I can't remember. Oh.
Yeah, I missed out on all that stuff. I remember a lot of that stuff being in like the dollar boxes in the 80s.
Oh, that's where I was lucky enough to get it, man. I was lucky enough to have be on good terms with the owner of the comic store that I was going to. And when he get in stuff like this, he would let me have perusal. And I when I saw these, yep, just keep them coming. And he would get some every week. It seemed like for like 3 weeks in a row, he got some. And I was like, yeah, come with me. So, here we go with number 38, an Egghead.
Egghead. I always liked the stories like in the 70s in Marvel Feature that had the Egghead and the Ant-Man in them. Really good. Had Herb Trimpe covers, yeah.
Yeah, there's that one cover where Ant-Man's holding a nail, gonna puncture some guy's foot. And all I can think of is that horror movie there. Well, it's not a horror movie, it's science fiction. The Incredible Shrinking Man.
Right, yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there was some thievery there somewhere.
Yeah. And it was just like whenever I saw that movie and I get to the end and it's just like, well, what happens to him? Does he just shrink down and fade away? I guess that's
right.
That movie always stuck with me. Here we go with number 39 with some type of talking beetle bug.
Yeah, that's one reason I'm glad they Marvel did all those reprints in the late 60s, those square bound books, Marvel superheroes and all that, because I had this conversation with Alan from After Comics. We talked about a mutual mail order guy that we ordered from Arizona. His name was Ed Kalb. And while I was like trying to complete some of my DC runs, he was going in and getting those dirt cheap like you were in the 80s.
Well, I mean, that was just right place, right time. It's one of the few times I got that lucky, Here's number 40.
Oh, yeah, that one.
And number 41. I mean, this looks like it's right off of a pre-code Marvel horror movie. I mean, horror comic, monster comic. So, and number 42. The Voice of Doom. This one here. Is this the end of Ant-Man? I don't know, but you got to read number 43 to find out. Cool beans. And here we go. We're introducing the Wasp in number 44.
Nice.
And number 45. The return of Egghead on loan from the Batman series. Vincent Price, remember?
Vincent Price, yeah. I was getting ready to say it.
Absolutely, baby. But I can't remember what I did yesterday afternoon. I can remember Egghead is Vincent Price, but here we go.
We just remember the important stuff.
That's it. It's number 46 with Cyclops. Cool beans. And this one is autographed. It's part of the MC series pedigree from number 40 is 47. Up there you can see MC. But it's all whole and intact.
There you go.
I'll take it. Number 48 with the porcupine.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. Didn't see the point. But boom.
He'll probably show up in a movie somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people saw the point.
Yeah. Boom. Tales to Astonish number 49. Ant-Man becomes Giant Man.
There we go.
And the Eraser, the living Eraser. And I think he next showed up in what was it, an episode, an issue of Marvel 2-in-1 with the Thing, I think.
Right. Yeah, he was a cousin to the living laser.
And number 50, Tales to Astonish. Giant Man and the Wonderful Wasp battle the unbeatable human top. Dancing. And the top is back again in number 51. And if this is, like I said, we talked about earlier about always talking about prices or whatnot. But I will show you this. This is in the same bag and board that I bought it in the 80s, and this is how I can tell because of that stamp right there.
Comic I can't relief. See it. What does it say?
It says Comic Relief. That was the name of the store, and it's $5.
Wow,
that's what I paid for all those ones that I got. It was not total, but each one was $5. But $5 then for this stuff, crazy not to take it. Yeah, here's another one, number 52. It's got the same sticker. So wow. these need some new bags and ports.
Yeah, if I saw those books with that price sticker on it now, I would like back my truck up and say, fill it up.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. And you can tell that, a lot of these right here. Here's number 53. I love this cover, the colors.
Oh, yeah. The red and the yellow and the green.
Yeah.
So that one pops.
Yeah. That'll be right up Hans's alley, right? Red and green. I mean, red, yellow, and green. Here we go with number 54. More Giant Man goodness. And to round it out, we got number 55, Giant Man on the trail of the human top. Once again, spinning his way into another yarn.
Yeah, that was another villain. I think it was in the Marvel feature series in the 70s, wasn't it?
The top?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Probably. I trust your memory before I trust mine. So, yeah, we're going to go with that.
Yeah, don't trust it too much.
And, just because I got it right here, what time is it? Oh, it's 12:04. Let's just show a couple Charltons. We got Strange Suspense Stories, number 75 with Captain Atom. And this is number 76 with Captain Atom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely comic book envy for me.
And it was the trifecta with number 77.
Yeah. So, I got a couple of those, but that's it.
How about this Captain Atom? You ever recognize him?
I do not. What is that?
It's like a little, like a science comic type of thing.
Oh, wow.
The Adventures of Captain Atom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I never saw one before. When I saw it, I said, "Well, hey, I'll take it." Captain Atom, cool.
Yeah, he looks like one of those characters on the cover of Space Western.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be short shorts. And
yeah,
all he needs is a cowboy hat.
It says it's from Top Quality Entertainment, original nationwide comics. So. Wow. Yeah, but I never seen another one of those. So anyway, there we go. Let's get back together here.
Hey man, you can show more. I mean, I got nothing better to do.
All right, let's see what's going on with the peanut gallery. We got Werewolf by Lunchtime saying, I used to like peanuts, but now I prefer Pringles. I got to admit, I've been on this kick lately of Planters peanuts, but they come in the little dollar size things, right? In convenience stores. I love the heat peanuts, it says. Heat. Oh, man, I love those things.
Those are good.
Yeah, I might have to pick some up today. Tony, why not Art? Great to have you with us, sir.
Tony, welcome, sir. Always happy to see you.
Thanks for hanging out with us. He says hello to everyone.
Hello, buddy. We appreciate you.
Yeah, and hello right to you, sir. Dr. Von Chilla says, as an aside, Gary Larson's The Far Side was an amazingly funny single-frame gag. I love The Far Side. I love The Far Side. I've got a bunch of the collected books and a nod to my dad. We love them together. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's like about my dad and me with the BC. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's great.
Cool beans. Michael Taylor says, hello, why not Art? And Why Not says hello to Michael. Hippies Collectible says, hiya, Tony. And Tony says, Tom, hey, my friend. Lady M says, another childhood memory of the 60s and 70s, or thereabouts, was seeing Pogo in the Sunday Color comics. Wonderful art, she says.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about Pogo.
Yeah.
I remember Pogo. Wow. Dr. Von Chilla, howdy, Tony. And Michael Taylor says, Shannon, very cool books. Still having them from your childhood makes them extra special.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely. Mike Taylor says, hello to Spinner Rack Dave. Tony, why not Art says, hi, John. Lady M says, my brother and I got stuffed Snoopy's one Easter in our Easter basket. Stuffed Snoopy's. Oh, cool. He was the traditional white and mine was pink. Cool beans.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, neat. A pink Snoopy, says Dr. Von Chilla. Oh. And Maranya says, yes, pink. One of the few pink things I willingly owned when I was a kid. Mike Taylor says, wow, very interesting info about Charles Schultz passing away the last Sunday. Very sad. Very sad. Yeah. Michael, Dr. Von Chilla says, fat broads, way too many magnificent memories. Now, about my resolution about, quote, extraneous comments, unquote, don't make this any hotter on me than it is, y'all. Laughing about it. Well, we're glad you have fun here, doggone it. Rob Brown says, I got a jet, guys, going after breakfast. Happy anniversary to CBM and happy New Year's, guys. Thank you very much.
Hey, Rob, have some Waffle House for me, brother.
There you go. V. Jackson Roykirk says, happy New Year to Rob. And Maranya says, take care, Rob, and happy New Year to you, too. QNS says, very nice old TTAs. Tales to astonish, Rod. Hey, QNS. Man, I'm telling you. I'm going to get something to eat. Myself, I think I need it. Oh, thank you very much, QNS. Appreciate that. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, it's like the 6th, Jackson. How long have you slept? How long since you slept? Dr. Von Chilla says, see you later, Rob. Michael Taylor says, goodbye to Rob. And Jackson Roykirk says, sleep? What is that concept? Quite Enough Sayer says, I feel bad for peeling off the old stickers. Oh, I love Disney and comics. Great to have you with us.
Welcome, sir. Glad you could be with us.
Yes, thanks for hanging out with us. He says, hey, fellas. And hey, right to you. He says, I agree. Fill it up with those books. Yes, back that truck up. Fill it up. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I slept once, Jackson. Wasn't for me. My trouble is just the opposite. I need too much sleep these days. Dr. Von Chilla says, come on, folks. There have been some weird and horrible characters created over the years, but the living eraser has to be the worst villain ever created. Seriously. Oh, man, I love it. Mike Taylor says hello to Disney. Quite Enough Sayer says, hi, Disney. Just sub to you. Cool beans. Tony Why Not Art says, I agree, John. Laughing out loud about it. Mike Taylor says, Dr. Von Chilla, stilt man, etc. Just saying. Stilt man. Daredevils man. Okay, Dr. Von Chilla says, I still have the original bag from my 1977 purchase of Howard the Duck 1 with the $12 price tag. Must be 12-cent price tag still attached. Who wants this stuff when I'm gone? Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm looking. I thought I was raising my arm, but I was out of frame. I'm like, yeah. Awesome. Paul S says, hey guys, since we're JSA fans, what is a favorite JLA crossover?
Oh, man, after our own heart. I can name a couple right off the bat. Of course, the first one from JLA 2122.
Right.
And 123 and 124, where the writers were actually in the story, Elliot Magan and Cary Bates.
Oh, yeah.
And then 195 through 197 that George Perez drew with Secret Society of Supervillains.
That's the one that's the first one that come to mind, other than the first original one when they teamed up. But that one with George Perez, I love that run right there.
Yeah, we can do a whole episode just on that.
Absolutely. Great question. Thank you. Charles Mardane says, I never got into Pogo. The political innuendo was over my head when I was younger. I could understand that because it was over my head too. Dr. Von Chilla said, fantastic fun this morning, Rodney and Shannon and chat. Gonna sit and watch the snow come down. See y'all next week. Please love yourselves. Thank you very much, John, for hanging out with us again, sir.
Thank you, brother. You have a good weekend.
Yes, take care. Stay out of that snow. Tony Why Not Art says, can you fellas do an episode on parody comics, Marvel, DC, etc.?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we're going to mark that episode. Going to mark that down. I know next week, last week, I forgot who it was that had mentioned it to me. Now it escapes me, and I apologize to them. But somebody asked me about my favorite Flash books, my top 10 Flash comics. So that's what I'm going to pull for next week. I'll have my top 10 Flash comics amongst other stuff that I'll show. So,
yeah, I can pull some Flash comics. I love the Flash.
All right, there we go.
I got a long box full there just waiting.
The Jackson Roykirk says the Pogo claymation movie, I Go Pogo, is the best. I've never seen that.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that existed. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I'll have to, maybe it's got to be on YouTube somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Michael Taylor says, Dr. Von Chilla, very cool that you still have the bag from your Howard the Duck purchase. Very cool.
Absolutely.
Tempest from Mars says, Crisis on Earth 3. The intro of the Crime Syndicate is my favorite crossover. Well, nothing wrong with that one.
That's actually the first one I read in a Justice League 100-pager.
No, I love the Crime Syndicate. I love it. I can't wait to see them and how they're portrayed in the new upcoming DC animation there, the Crisis.
Hey, 2 more weeks and that DVD comes out.
I'm counting it down, man. It's on my calendar.
Hey, and guess where this is going?
Yeah, baby. Doggone right. I've got Christmas money that I've set aside just to get that when it comes out. So I'll be heading to Walmart saying, give me my copy. Yep. So Mike Taylor says, great show as always. Had a blast. Doc, Shannon, and Peanut Gallery, have a great weekend. You too, Michael. Thanks again for hanging out with us.
You as well, sir. We appreciate you always coming and checking us out.
Oh, and speaking of that JSA movie, I saw another little clip from it. Did you see the clip with question in it?
Oh, the crisis.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. But I haven't got to watch it yet.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I'm like, yes, all right. The question's in it. Yeah. Sign me up.
Yep. One of my favorite characters.
Yeah. The Jack and Roy Kirk says, yes, a great show and a great way to start off the new year. Many more to come, I hope. Yes. From your lips to God's ears. Thank you very much, Jackson.
Thank you, Jackson. I hope there's many more to come, too.
Appreciate that so much. Triple C says, great anniversary show. Congrats on your first year. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Triple C. We appreciate you.
Had a ball. Every show, man. Love Disney and Comics says, parody like spoof and not brand Eck. Absolutely.
And crazy? Yeah, that was the first thing I thought. And remember one called What the? Remember that one?
Yeah. Absolutely. There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
The Jackson Roy Kirk says, did they just say they were going to flash us?
No. They would not subject anybody to that.
Oh my gosh. No, they lock you away. Holy mackerel. Tony, why not? Says, yes, I love Disney and comics. You replying back to him?
Yeah, we'll have to write that, put that on the list, because I think we both still got lists of stuff that we were going to do, like themes. We kind of got away from it, but yeah, I'd kind of like to get back into it.
I'm with you. And that's part of the impetus for getting all this stuff put back in. So then when we do those things, I'll be able to know where those books are that I want to pull for it. So yeah, definitely want to get back to that. That's what our New Year's resolution here. Maranya says, take care, Rod, Shannon, Peanut Gallery, and the nuts of the day. But out there, congratulations on your first year anniversary. Well, thank you, Lady M. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Maranya, so much. We appreciate you hanging with us for that long.
Yes, absolutely.
And all you guys.
Easy Comic Reader says, always a rip snorting good time. Y'all take care now. Thank you very much, Easy Comic Reader. Appreciate it. Thank you for a year's worth of your comic stylings, musical stylings. Greatly appreciate it. And like I said before, it is now ingrained in the show, and it is definitely a highlight. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I Love Disney and Comics says, I love parody comics. There we go. Tony says, magazines too, like Mad, Crazy, Cracked. Yeah. I don't have too many of those myself, but they are definitely amongst the parody.
Yeah, I used to have a lot, but I sold all my Mads years ago, unfortunately.
Another neighbor to the north, Robert Harrison. How you doing, Bob? Great to have you with us, sir.
Hey, Bob. Glad you could join us.
He says, happy first year. Went by fast. Yes, it did.
Way too fast.
It still boggles my mind that it's been a year. Unbelievable. So, Mike Taylor says, have a nice weekend, Dr. Von Chilla. Hippies Collectible says, another great one, guys. Collect what you like and love what you collect. Peace. Words to live by.
Still my favorite YouTube comic community saying right there.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, Hippie.
Yes, take care, Tom. Have a great weekend. Charles Mardanes also says, another great show. Thank you all. Thank you very much, Charles. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you, Charles.
And Triple C says, I will be live shortly. Feel free to stop by and see what Easy Comic Readers sent me for Christmas. Yeah, I want to see that. So awesome. Absolutely. Cool beans. Tony, Why Not Art says, take care, Tom. And Paul S. says, happy anniversary, guys, to Xfinity and beyond.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. Thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate it. Tempest from Mars says, have a good week, everyone. And you as well, sir. Thanks for hanging out with us. And Michael Taylor says, good one, Jackson.
Don't encourage him.
That's it. And we got Tony saying, oh my God, my apologies, fella. Happy anniversary, gentlemen. Well, thank you very much, Tony. Appreciate that.
No apologies necessary, sir. Thank you.
Not at all. So cool beans. And that catches us up with the Peanut Gallery for this week. thank you all so much for joining us again on a Saturday morning, the special anniversary edition. We really appreciate you guys hanging with us. Like Shannon said, a whole year you've been here with us, and we appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I mean, and we've I don't sound like a broken record, but without you guys, I mean, this show would just be two old farts talking about comics, which is okay, but we have everybody chiming in and helping us out with dates and numbers and stories and throwing in your childhood memories. It just makes the show.
That's what it's about.
And you guys could be doing anything else on a Saturday morning. You'd be spending time with your family, or you'd be out doing something, but you chose to spend those 2 hours, 2.5 hours lately with us. So we appreciate it more than you know.
We're not sure to thank you or to have you see a doctor. No.
We'll just thank you. We won't question.
Yeah, we'll go with thank you. Yeah. Thank you all so much. And we'll be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. So definitely swing back by and check us out. We look forward to it. And hopefully you guys will all have a snow-free week.
All right. You guys have a great weekend.
All right. Take care, everyone. And we'll see you next week. Adios.